Baby, that's a player, baby. Boss like a player. Talk like a player.
Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports.
Here we go.
This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans in their last game losing to Orlando.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And it's ball penetrating. Embiid inside. It's hauled in by Queen. On offense here are the Pelicans. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds, it moves like he did. Not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
And it's good, 2 points.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Stolen by Ball. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Knipple with the bucket.
And when the defense retreats to the paint in transition, there is going to be an opening at the three-point line.
Outside for Murray. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And that's what the fans came to see. Williamson taking to the skies.
Ball. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot. It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Pass to Knipple. Embiid the screen. To the paint. And Embiid throws it down.
Textbook use of the pick and roll by the rookie Knipple. I love how opportunistic this young man is in these sets.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Left side, Jones. Outside for Murray. Shot clock at 5. Good on the bucket.
That is nice. Murray with the floater.
Last season for the Pelicans, Tim, one to forget. Absolutely decimated by injuries.
Well, unfortunately, that's been the norm for Zion Williamson. But the extent of it throughout the roster was mind-boggling. They're trying to reset, and they're hoping things go differently this season.
Here's Embiid, following the score by DeJounte Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Embiid, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Embiid's got 6 points.
Well, Embiid is a powerful player, one who is used to pushing his way through contact. Well, this is a tough choice here. You want to trust him as a coach, but that's his second early foul. Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Timeout. Timeout.
Good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Here's Fears. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
Charlotte making a switch here. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you, Kevin.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much. Hits the three-point bomb. Ball's got his third basket of the night right there.
There's Ball with the answer. I love the fire this guy plays with.
Sweet move. And slam dunk by Fears.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
To the inside. Here's Post.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that. Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline, some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
It's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Fears. To the middle. Here's Misi. And Misi throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Teardrop shot. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside net.
22.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Good D by Embiid. Hornets leading by 6. Tim Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love two big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker. But Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
Fades away. Misses off the right iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To Queen. Kicks it out to Williamson. On the top of the key. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Embiid punches it down.
You saw the full power of Joel Embiid on display right there. No one was getting in his way.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Nifty move. And it's Murray with the jam.
Wow, Murray really taking off right there, playing over the top of the defense.
And good that time. Knipples got 5 points so far.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Down low. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. Pelicans shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Here's Ball. He has 7. Miller outside. Matkovic with the rebound. Pelicans trailed by 6. Now Messi. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his third foul of the game.
And that is his third foul of the half. Now they've got to make a tough decision.
Clock at 6. To the middle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And new leadership for the Pelicans. Blake looking to create a tough, no-excuses mindset.
And at the risk of making excuses, injuries are what held this team back last season. So some of that toughness might be best reflected in their ability to just stay on the court.
Out to Miller. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Fears with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Offline with his three. Charlotte leading by 5. Driving in. Picked away. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Poole with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. Poole's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Back to Miller. Inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
On the wing, Miller. Nothing on the board.
He is just struggling right now to find his way and trying to regain his confidence.
Here's Fear. And he hits it to tie the game up.
A nice touch from Fears inside, showing that blend of skill and athletic ability scouts like so much.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's the screen. Out to the wing. And it's Miller in the corner. They swipe it. Good. Nice job down low. And that's 11 points for Jeremiah Fear.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in open court when a steal triggers the break.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelicans lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pass to Queen. To the paint. It's stolen by Edwards. Miller surveying the floor. Now Ball. Back to Miller. 5 on the clock. Ball slams it in.
Get up, LaMelo. These Ball brothers can fly.
Stolen by Ball. Pass to Embiid. Stolen by Jones. Here's Queen. Basket counts. Queen's got 5 now.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Williamson outside. Pass to Queen. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 7.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
There's Ball with the 3. Gets a hand on it. And Embiid is right there.
Embiid is owning the offensive glass right now, using his size to dominate inside.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And you talk about physical dominance combined with skill. Tim, at his peak, where does Joel Embiid rank?
Well, Kevin, I'm not sure we've ever seen a 7-footer with this combination of power and three-point shooting touch. Injuries really are the only thing that have slowed him down.
There's Ball with the three, and Jones pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Queen. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own. Guys, back over to you.
Locking in. All right, Allie, we'd appreciate the report.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
Pass to Jones. Here's Queen. He's covered by Ball. And the layup's good off the glass. Queen's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pelicans. Embiid the screen. From outside the arc. Charlotte no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Queen. Back to Murray. Shoots over Ball. Can't hit from 12. Hornets trail by 4. Now Green. There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Embiid, no good. Here's Jones. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
And Green is right there.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Back to Jones. Pass to Bay. Shot clock at 6. Here's Murray. The layup missed. And so Edwards will bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 4. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on. And last season, their worst record in over a decade. We're hoping these new additions can help.
And it's Ball penetrating. Nisi grabs the rebound. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball.
And look at Embiid getting down the floor. That is impressive.
It's a close game here in New Orleans. To the inside. Nisi. And Nisi throws it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with them. And some changes here for the Hornets. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Hornets trail by 4. Right wing. Charlotte moving the ball around. Charlotte no good that time either.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
The shot's good from Bay. Miller outside. Driving inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Pelicans on top. Up And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Richardson outside. To the wing on the left. No good with the triple. New Orleans leading by 5. And Williamson throws it down.
And, oh man, he's just a wrecking ball when he puts his head down and gets to the rim. Williamson taking flight again. Oh my goodness, he just explodes off the ground. Zion going up to get that oop and finish.
Count it.
Well, he's had it rolling all night. He just hasn't had enough support to give them the lead.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Hornets trail by 7. Richardson outside. It's stolen by Jones. Murray with it. Defended by Knipple. Queen can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
There is no doubt about it. They'd love to have that one back.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Pass to Jones. Stolen by Knipple. And Jones pulls it down. Pelicans leading by 5. Now here's Williamson. Richardson cover. Williamson double team. Queen. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Knipple with it. Back to Miller. And Hillary throws it down hard.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Pass to Williamson. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Team 2 from Ball. And he swishes it right through.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
Here's Williamson. Let's lose a 3. Down he goes for 3.
And when he's near the rim, Zion knows he has collapsed the defense. So now he can kick it out for 3.
And they double up Murray. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Hornets trailed by 4. Takes the 3. That does not go.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection. Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And he's good on the first of 3. And the second free throw, good. And he makes all 3.
He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Outside ball. Here's Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the dunk.
Joel Embiid coming up big. So reliable in the clutch.
Now here's Murray. Williamson. Outside Murray. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Miller outside. Here's Embiid. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And the big man coming through in the clutch. These are the moments that Embiid lives for.
From outside, a putback. Hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Embiid. Oh, what a play inside.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
And Trey Murphy gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside ball. And the shot will go down.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
That is a huge shot by Murray when his team needed it most. He just loves these moments.
The three goes down.
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
Ball penetrating. Count it.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
Substitution on the court.
For the win. Good!
He got it.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Get any better than that.
Wow, a highlight reel shot.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.